Well, during the pandemic, they couldn't evict you. But now the pandemic's officially over, even though we're all fighting some kind of flu or sore throat or whatever the hell it is. But it's they're being evicted now. And it's going up as high as 50% rates of higher eviction before the pandemic. Okay. So there's a lot of problem there. Now, what they did in DC now is just started giving out new lawyers, free lawyers to people who get an evicted notice. And why? Because listen, if you have a lawyer, yeah, you probably won't be evicted. People who have lawyers, they're evicted. But when most people come to the courthouse, and you should read this article, I'll put it in the notes. It shows you that 80% of the landlords have lawyers when you go to court. 4% of the tenants. Okay, now when the tenants have lawyers, listen to this, they're 8 times less likely to be evicted. So they win. And they're even able to sue the landlords to get money from them. There's all kinds of ways to get money because they didn't fix things and they disrupted your life and all this kind of stuff. So you can get money doing this. So, and these lawyers are free. Uh, and also another thing is they give you a lot of time. If you have a lawyer, there's an average time between having the case settled and going to court of 180 days. So that's like 3-4 months. Nothing could happen. If you don't have a lawyer, it's like 2 weeks. So you're going to get a lawyer. At least you'll get 3-4 months of extra time to figure out what to do next, and that to me is worth more than anything. Now these lawyers are free. Now how do you find this in your area? Because every area is different. Okay, one thing you do is go to findhelp.org and put in eviction. And here, from where I live, what I have is 13 organizations that provides free legal help for eviction. That's 13. That's just on one place. Here's another place, justshelter.org. That's another. There's a national program. You put in your state. Maybe let's say you live in Wisconsin. Okay. Now, here's all the lawyers in Wisconsin that are free to help you with eviction. Okay. Now, remember that. You may be able to get money from your landlord. You're going to get 3 or 4 more months of not having to move or do anything. And it's peace of mind having somebody, because it's in 2 weeks you're out of there if you don't have a lawyer. Now that's a big difference, and that's why the lawyers are able to do things that are legal because nobody fights them. You don't have a lawyer, so I must be wrong. You're right, but you have laws that protect you, just like there's laws that protect the landlord. So you got to know about your laws, because otherwise you're coming to a gunfight with a butter knife. You ain't gonna win. So that's why go out and get a free lawyer. They're all free. They're set up for this, nonprofit lawyers and everything. And boy, you need that. You don't need that pressure of always, okay, in 2 weeks, I got to pack up and go. No. God, so lawyers, they're able to get you 108 days. That's a big chunk. And they're so trying to educate people in America that there's alternatives to what you think. That's because you go to Google and find stuff about eviction, and you just find lawyers that want to charge you $300 an hour to do that. No, here, another place you want to go is go to chat.openai. Now, I learned a whole lot about it because I studied this data earlier and I wanted to refresh it. So I went to chat.openai.com and put, should I hire a lawyer in eviction court? Boy, yeah. And it tells you all the reasons that's there. So you don't have to believe me. Go to chat.openai. How many wrongful evictions? It tells you how wrongful eviction. Yeah, people just want to get you out of there, so they'll even stretch the laws or be screwed up or whatever. These are just lawyers. They're not God, so they screw up too. So you want to make sure that your rights are followed. How many wrongful evictions? See, that is where the money is, man. They shouldn't. In other words, here's places for wrongful eviction. Tenant protection law and eviction procedures vary by jurisdictions. Some areas have stronger tenant protections in place, making wrongful evictions less common, while others have fewer safeguards. Well, see, you may have a wrongful eviction and make a lot of money out of that. Tenants who are aware of their rights have access to legal resources and more likely to channel a wrongful eviction. Economic conditions may cost the housing, and availability of affordable housing can influence the prevalence of wrongful evictions in areas that limit affordable housing. Tenants can be more vulnerable to eviction. See, they're saying because that's what forces a lot of landlords to get you out of there. They could charge more rent. Well, that could be a law against that. Yeah, but they're not going to tell you, right? And who knows if the judge knows or whatever. So you got to know. Arm yourself, okay? Landlord behavior. Maybe they didn't have good property management. That's probably true, right? Didn't fix those cockroaches or whatever it was. Yep. That's a thing could be wrongful evictions. So get the law on your side, and it's free. We live in a democracy, and it seems that you have to pay $400 an hour to get democracy to work for you, but you don't. You just have to know where the free stuff is. And that's what Let's Go Help does. It show you all the free stuff to get through this society because there are so many free options, but they don't advertise. That's what I like about Chat, OpenAI. You find out the free stuff. Google tells you about how to spend money. You don't want to spend money. You want people to give you money. That's what we do too. Every month we give out over $75,000 just to members. That's what we do with our profit. We give it back to you. You're the ones who gave us the money to begin with. So if this is better than we thought, we're going to give it all back to you.